Sul everyone, and welcome to another Sims 2 speed build. 67 Lord Fothersgill Way is a 60 by 30 lot and costs 185,620 simoleons. It has an entryway, downstairs bathroom, study, kitchen diner, lounge, upstairs bathroom and 2 bedrooms. There is a porch at the front and the back which has a barbecue and seating area. There is also a gazebo in the back garden with seating and a driveway with a car. I decided to make another build without any CC just to see what else I could come up with. As you can see at the back there, I looked for wallpapers and carpeting and flooring and items that I could use for the build. Obviously you can see that there's a lot of creams and browns and a little bit of grey because I wanted it to look a bit sort of more modern really. There was obviously going to be things like plants, green plants and colours on the pictures to brighten it up a little bit so it wouldn't be too drab. Obviously using things in game that are near enough 20 years old, not as modern maybe as it is today. In my last build, I believe it was, I said that there weren't any curtains in game that fitted right up the top of the wall and down to the bottom, but there are. My favourite ones are the sort of lacy ones, and they're the only curtains that fit right from the top to the bottom. So I decided to use those, but they're only available for a 2 window width, so I had to make sure that the windows were either little ones like that didn't need curtains, or the other ones were only sort of even numbered, so 2 together or 4 together, so that I could use those curtains. Now that bathroom downstairs, I wanted to do something a little bit fancy and have one wall that was sort of brick like that and the rest tile, but I ended up ditching that and made it all tile because it just didn't look right to me. Now I went with a plan. I actually drew a plan for this, and when it came to doing, because that's the entryway there as you can see, and then the room behind there, that's going to be a study, and the room next to the stairs is meant to be the kitchen diner and lounge, but it wasn't actually big enough to have the lounge in with it. So I ended up building on the side of the house to create a lounge. So my nice little plan went out the window, and then I had problems upstairs because these stairs are in the middle of the house and they only go over, as you can see there, once you get upstairs, the landing bit goes over the study. So unless I brought out the kitchen diner a little bit to be level with the study, it meant that there would be a room over the top of the patio bit out the back, and that to me didn't look right. I didn't try it, but I thought that's not going to look right. So I had a lot of problems trying to do upstairs because I wanted a bathroom up there and 2 bedrooms, and I finally got it done, and then the roofing for the rest of the upstairs, oh my goodness, I had so many problems with that. I had to take windows out and things away from the walls and move objects on. Then I couldn't get the stairs back in, so I had to use move objects on for that. I'm sure it'll be fine because the stairs do fit there. It just kept telling me that the ceiling was too low, but I know it's not. But anyway, I finally got it all done. And but it just didn't, it wasn't the plan that I'd made, but I still think it looked nice in the end. While looking for flooring though, I found some nice carpeting that's in game, so I used that. As you can see in the entryway there, I used the carpeting pretending that it was a rug so at least I could get it in the position that I wanted it to be in, sort of like in the middle of the floor. But the carpeting in the entryway there, I didn't even realise we had that. So I don't know what expansion pack or stuff pack that came in. But anyway, here we are doing the kitchen. And as you can see, once you've got a table in there and chairs, there's no way you're going to fit a lounge in there as well. So I don't know what I was thinking. Anyway, I don't think I've forgotten anything this time. We've got a dishwasher, and we've got a trash compactor. I've put in a bookcase, computer, chess set, and there's also an easel in the kiddies' room, and a coffee maker shoved in. And there's also an audio, TV of course, and a computer console thing in the living room once we get to it. And the reason I've got that foundation on the side there, I was going to do a wraparound porch, but that went out the window as well because I had to attach a living room on there. I was thinking maybe I should extend the kitchen more, and then decided to do it on the side instead, as you can see here. And I made that a little bit bigger because obviously I needed the windows to be even. So I think I'd change all this. I'd bring it out another one, because you can only get, well, I can get 2 windows there. But it looks better with sort of windows right the way across, apart from on the ends. So I had to move it over one more square so I could get 4 windows there to enable me to use those curtains. I did enjoy doing this build though, because although I was using things that I've used before, I also found new stuff like the carpeting that I didn't know we had, and the wooden flooring I think looked nice as well. I think it's that houndstooth. There's a darker version as well, and there's the other carpet I shoved in, and the one in the hallway I think I use in the living room. And as you can see, I used that big plant again that takes up 4 spaces. It's something fronds or something it's called. I didn't use any recolours either, so everything is actually in game. I may have used a couple of the IKEA items which are not in the new Legacy edition, but in the readme file in the download zip, if you download this for your game, it gives you a link there where you can actually get that if you've got Legacy. Hush hush, wink wink. And of course I had to put Bella in again. That is a nice picture though. And I actually put in I was going to use that one, but it looked too sort of big and chunky, so I put a little one in instead. But it gave me space to put in that little CD rack, which I thought was a nice little extra. And I do put that on the sort of corner, turn it round a little bit, 45-degree angle thing. By cheating, of course. You know, I decided to use the orange curtains to go with the wallpaper there, but I think probably I should have used a different coloured lamp. Oh yes, and that plant there that I just shoved in that vase, that was a bright idea. I just used move objects on, and found a vase that was in game, and shoved a plant in there by using the cheat, so it looks like something different. So I think combining 2 objects together is something I'm going to have to look into a little bit more, I think. Because if it makes it looks like something different but still works, I think that looks pretty good. So this is a nice little family home suitable for either one sim or a couple with or without a child. And there's plenty of space upstairs if you want to extend it. But I think there would have to be a room over the porch there, which I don't know, some of you might not be bothered by it. I was. Oh, here I am trying to work this out, and I thought this was really a bit of a mind bender, because I obviously wanted to have access to all the rooms without having to go through one room to get to another one, and the only way I could do it was by having a room over the patio bit, but of course I didn't want to do that, so I left it like this. And the child's room is a little bit of a funny shape, but it still works, I think. Yeah, I didn't work that out very well. I'll have to remember that in future. Where the stairs come up onto the landing, I have to make sure that I've got space there for both sides. Don't really know why I've done it like that. I've not had that. I've not made that mistake before. So you can see there that you'd have to build that room over that porch. The only other way of getting around it, I suppose, is by making the kitchen a bit longer. Kitchen diner. Maybe I should have done that. Brought it out one or two. I suppose you could do that, and then you can build on the rest of the house. So if you do that, there's plenty of space upstairs to extend if your family gets a lot bigger. But as you can see here, the child's room is sort of an L-shaped room, but it still works okay. I was able to get toys and everything in there. And of course there's two bathrooms. So the one downstairs has a bath but no shower, and the one upstairs has the shower and bath combined. I do like that little end table. Didn't realise you could make it into black, and it's what came with the game as well. It's not a recolour or anything. So, but other than that, both bathrooms are the same colour and everything. There's no toilet roll though, because the only toilet rolls I've got are CC, so I had to leave that out. And I really like that wardrobe. It's got a little panda and a giraffe on the top of it. You can have it with or without, and it comes in white, blue and pink, so I thought I'd do white with the little toys on top. It looks so cute. I fitted quite a lot in this room actually. I even got one of those little car toys in there, the electric car. So I thought that's something a little bit different. It is a strange shape though. I didn't put any rugs or anything in there. Or carpeting for that matter. I did use carpeting as a rug in this room though. And I do change the bed linen on that. And the wallpaper, there it is. The only trouble with using no CC or doing no CC builds is that you end up using some of the stuff over and over, so it becomes a bit more everything looks the same. But as I said before, finding that carpet made it look a little bit different. So as I say, I didn't know I had that, but I'm sure there are lots of ways of doing things without CC. The problem that I have is that I tend to have favourites of things and I use them over and over, and so that doesn't make it look very different. Of course I'm using the pictures as well, 2 or 3 times the same pictures. Ah yes, and I do extend that porch so it goes over the whole of the front bit there. And here I am starting to have the problems with the roofing, so I had to use move objects on and do the wall and everything to get those windows back in. So here we are extending the porch and put another plant in, and here we go with all the problems. Obviously I wanted the roofing to go over the porch as well. It just would not let me put it in because of the windows, or so I thought. And it wasn't just the windows, it was all the items by the walls. So I had to move them out the way. And the only other thing was the stairs, so I had to get rid of the stairs to place the roofing and everything, and then put everything back. And some of the items put back, like here, I had to use move objects. Put the curtains back in, and then the stairs wouldn't go in. And so I thought that's because of the railings. I took the railings out and they still wouldn't go in. So I took out all the windows. They still wouldn't go back in. So I pulled the windows back. And then I ended up using move objects to put the staircase back in, because obviously it fits there, and then put the railings back in. So obviously if you do download this for your game, if you do have problems, please let me know, because there shouldn't be problems. And of course the roofing here was easier to do. Yeah, there shouldn't be problems because obviously the ceiling wasn't too low and there's nothing in the way. So yeah, everything should be fine. But anyway, by not extending the kitchen and putting the lounge on the side there instead, I had a lot of room in the back garden to put stuff. So I tried something new, as you'll see when we get to it. I decided to do the front garden a little bit different. I got rid of that, there we go, got rid of that and put the hedgerow in instead, so that the back garden basically extends right through to the front there. I only put trees in, but anyway, it made the front garden, I suppose, a little bit smaller. Decided to put in a lot of flowers. And so again, you will need to spend a lot of time, or your Sims will need to spend a lot of time in the garden, watering flowers and trimming the hedges, or get a gardener, which unfortunately they only come every 3 days, don't they? But at least it is a help when they do call round to help you with the gardening. And yeah, here's my idea. I was actually looking online to get some ideas of what I could do in the back garden, and there was one garden I saw that had all these trees at the back with a few flowers like this. I thought that looks nice actually, so I'll do that. And so this is what I came up with. And then I decided to do something that I've never done before, and that's use this, well, it's a, I suppose you'd call it a corner, not a corner foundation, a sort of slanting foundation thing, so that it wasn't straight and it was sort of like on the corner. But of course the steps wouldn't fit in, so I had to do that and put steps like that, which I think it turned out quite nice actually. I still had to use move objects for the columns, and but I got it in the end. Had a little bit of trouble with the roof as usual, but that looked nice in the end anyway. I think I got it right there and ended up getting rid of it, thinking no, that doesn't look right, but it did actually. So there we go, back again. And take out those, and I put some seating in there. I didn't put any railings on there, I just put seating there, and a little coffee table and a little radio in there, and of course some plants as well, so I had to use move objects to get those on. So it's a nice little seating area, and like a party thing. Well, you've got radio there, I suppose. There's enough room for them to dance if they want to. I'll put a couple of hanging plants in as well, just to make it look a bit different. There's the radio going in, and of course I put in pathway to it as well, a gazebo, I suppose you'd call it a gazebo, and some potted plants on the outside, which obviously don't need tending, which is great because there's a lot of plants that do need tending. And I put a nice little feature there with a tree and some more flowers. Anyway, as we're coming towards the end of this video, I will do my usual spiel. If you'd like this lot in your game, you can download it from Mediafire, and the link is in the description below. Even though I have not used custom content in this build, I would still recommend installing with the Sims 2 Pack Clean Installer, and the link to that and all instructions are in the README file in the download zip. A big shout out to my members, who are Eero Sims, Alice Jones, Nikki McKay, Diane Rowe, Paula Alfaro and Atel Asfaldi. Thank you so much. I'll leave you to watch the rest of the video. If you could give me a like, that would be great. Really helps me out and is very much appreciated. And if you haven't subscribed but like to watch my videos, please subscribe, as this also really helps me out and is completely free. Don't forget to check out my other videos, a couple of which are linked at the end of this video. I have Let's Plays, tutorials, challenges and other builds. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Dag dag!